Good morning. I'm Ben Freed. I'm Google's Chief Information Officer, and I'd like to welcome you to the Fulton Senior Center this morning. So Google has been a resident of this neighborhood since 2006 at 111 8th Avenue. And in fact, we like the neighborhood so much that in 2010, we bought the building. I'm happy to say we have well over 3,000 employees working at Google New York, salespeople, engineers, and every other role you might imagine. And in fact, New York is Google's second largest office in the world. In 2012, we grew by 15% as well, so we're bullish on New York. Today, we have a really exciting announcement. In partnership with the Chelsea Improvement Company, we're launching an outdoor wireless network extending from 19th Street to Gansevoort Street and from 8th Avenue to 10th Avenue. We're also announcing today that the network will be extended indoors into the Fulton Senior Center for residents and staff to use inside the buildings. So to do this, we work closely with the City of New York's Department of Information Technology and Telecommunications on the installation. The bottom line is all you need is a laptop or a smartphone or other wireless-enabled device and a web browser to get online. So I am a lifelong native New Yorker, and that is why I'm so excited about this announcement. I think we all know that the internet has the power not just to connect people around the world, but also to bring together diverse communities like this one, Chelsea, which have so much to offer. And of course, we know that the internet is a powerful, important tool for businesses of all size to reach and expand their customers. So with that, let me introduce Senator Schumer.
Well, thank you. It is great to be here. And I want to thank Google and Chelsea Improvement Company for this great announcement. And I just want to say these are my talking points. Not too many, but guess what? I got them courtesy of the new internet Wi-Fi through CIC and Google. So it's great. And it's high tech, it's high speed, it's high job growth, and it's free. Those of us who, use the internet a lot and use Wi-Fi, get on an airplane, you say, how much is this going to cost? $19 an hour. You go to a hotel, $5 every 5 minutes. This one, from Gansevoort to 19th Street, from 8th Avenue West, is totally free. And you can come in any time. So this is a great thing for New York. And I was asked what the cost. It's not very expensive. So the mayor and I are talking, maybe we can do this for the whole city.
With federal money, we'd love to do it.
Excellent. It would be a smidgen of what Sandy is costing us. But in any case, this is just a great opportunity. We all know that New York's next job engine is the tech industry. One of the great things that's happened here in New York is that talented people from around the world now come here because of so many high-tech companies. Growing and burgeoning companies like Google, which keeps growing its job numbers here every month, and new startups as well. And so this is the future of New York. And one of the things that's crucial is internet access. And now here is a pioneer in a large neighborhood, over 100,000 people, and anyone else who walks through the streets here can get free Wi-Fi. That's going to be an incredible thing, and it's going to help us stay as one of the leaders in tech and hopefully in the next generation, the #1 high-tech city job creator in the whole country and in the world. So I want to thank Google. They have been a great New York citizen. I've been with them every step of the way, and they love New York. Eric Schmidt told me that the productivity of their New York employees is second to none. And one other thing I'd say, and that is that the fact that under the mayor's leadership, the city is safe, the city grows, the city is strong, helps us attract this kind of industry. So this is a great red-letter day for New York. And we're going to have many more like it. And seriously, I look forward to seeing a day not too far away, given that it's not that expensive, when the whole city of New York has free Wi-Fi, and you can walk in the streets of Brooklyn and Queens and Bronx and Staten Island and every part of Manhattan and just plug into the internet, walk on the streets, do your work, don't bump into anybody else, and know that it doesn't cost you a nickel. Thank you very much.
Chuck, thank you. Ben, you talked about this being, New York being Google's second largest office. Second is not a word we like to hear. You could make it your biggest office, and we would be thrilled. And I think, given you're a native New Yorker, it's only right that you go back and you advocate to that. And the senator, I know, stands with me. The senator is going to provide the federal monies, I'm sure, so that the Wi-Fi is free. Keep in mind, somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi, so purely the question is who. The good news is the cost of communications keeps coming down. The bad news is we keep using more of it, but at some point you would think that the cost would get down so that everybody essentially has the service without worrying too much about the cost. Our administration is working hard to make New York the world's leading digital city. Chuck said some nice things about it. The city's safe. The schools are getting better. We've invested in culturals and parks, all the things that get the best and the brightest from around the world to want to come and live here. And if the best and the brightest want to live here, that's what gets companies, particularly high-tech companies that depend on intellectual content, to come and to set up their offices here or to expand here. Bringing Wi-Fi to public places is a great idea. We've done it already with 20 parks around the 5 boroughs. Some of it complements, as I remember, of AT&T. Another 32 parks are set to be connected by September of this year. Now, free Wi-Fi across all Southwest Chelsea takes us another step forward in groundbreaking fashion. And this neighborhood can now claim to be the first in Manhattan with totally free outdoor Wi-Fi. And that's great for New Yorkers who live, work, or go to school in Chelsea, including the more than 2,000 NYCHA residents here at Fulton Houses. It is also great for the millions of people around the city and around the world who visit this neighborhood because free Wi-Fi for all is just another reason why Chelsea is one of the hottest neighborhoods on earth these days. It's also the largest public-private partnership to help fuel the area's resurgence. And just a few months ago, we broke ground on the third and final section of the High Line. Since the first section of the High Line opened back in 2009, the High Line has been visited by more than 10 million people, and the new Downtown Whitman Museum is under construction and set to open in 2005. I don't know that there are very many places where you've seen a major successful museum in a phenomenal neighborhood pick up and move to a brand new up-and-coming neighborhood. But it does show you the kind of leadership that the Whitney has, and it shows you the kind of attitudes that New Yorkers have. We're always changing, we're always moving, we're always trying new things. And the public-private partnerships and others that we have in the city combined with the 2005 rezoning of West Chelsea really have spurred growth and brought in more than $2 billion in private investment to the area in the 5 years since the High Line construction began back in 2006. And that's a big reason why this neighborhood has become one of the epicenters of New York's booming tech sector, with Google as an anchor tenant employing 3,000 people and counting. At its New York headquarters here in Chelsea, Google is also providing a temporary home for Cornell NYC Tech, the city's first new major applied science campus. It is one of the things that gives you great comfort that New York really will be the tech center of the world down the road, or certainly we're going to be in there competing to be number one. And we're just wonderful to have two universities make the commitment to be here, and that Google has been so helpful to them. And the new campus will have a lot to do to keep New York at the center of high tech. Next time you take a look from Long Island City or from Manhattan at the southern end of Roosevelt Island, just remember that's where the future is coming. And today, I think, is a perfect example of add-ons and just how strong a tech center is in helping us build a strong future for our city. I did want to thank Google and the Chelsea Improvement Company for making this possible, as well as the city's Department of Information Technology and Telecommunications and Transportation, and our Chief Digital Officer, Rachel Hout. Together, they've done a great job in helping the city's efforts to expand internet connectivity. And so with that, let me introduce our next speaker. He has made an enormous difference in this city over the years. Chelsea Improvement Company's co-founder, Dan Feeneman. Dan?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happens to be true. Thank you very much. Most what needs to be said has already been said, so just a few interesting facts. If you're in Bryant Park looking at the first Wi-Fi system that was ever in a park and using it, there were 6 antennae there. There are 29 in this project. They're all over the place on lampposts and buildings. There is a triangle that, thanks to the mayor's excellent, enlightened transportation policies, now exists 2 blocks down on 9th Avenue and 15th Street. And there you can use the Wi-Fi system. That's the first triangle that the mayor ever created, taking space away from cars, giving it back to people with his terrific staff led by Jeanette Sadik-Khan. Louder. Okay. Even louder. The service will not be initially at 15 Central Park West or somewhere that you might expect Wi-Fi to be provided. Instead, it'll be in courtyards like these for New York City Housing Authority tenants. So it's a terrific thing Google has done. And the reason all this has happened is we went to 2 different groups and said, could we do Wi-Fi in the neighborhood? Alex Abelin, the community relations director for Google here, said, great, I want to do it. Let's get it done. And to a BID director, I'm telling you, that's priceless, getting that reaction. And then the Do It people who work for the mayor and the mayor's office, Steve Sherrill, said, we want to get this done. Let us assure you, even though it's never been done this way before, we will figure it out. So they were absolutely terrific. You can look for this, I think, in 34th Street within a year. We hope to be extending it to that BID. And that is basically it. The BID friendly administration that the mayor has led has made it possible for this kind of initiative to be generated from the private sector. So thank you all for coming, and thank the elected officials who all showed up. It's terrific to have them here.